So you're ready to learn about some of the most promising startups in India, right?
Absolutely. India's startup scene is on fire.
It really is. We've got investment brochures and company profiles from 35North Ventures, a venture capital firm that's laser focused on the Indian market. And wow,
Some incredible companies.
fascinating stuff. We're talking AI that's personalizing women's fashion,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
medical tourism, connecting patients with world-class treatments, sustainable jewelry designed by, top Indian designers. It's like, where is India headed next?
A great question.
Uh,
And I think we can start answering that by looking at 35 North Ventures.
all right.
They have their finger on the pulse.
So, who exactly are these folks? What makes them I guess, the authority on these up-and-coming companies in India?
Well, you can think of them as talent scouts.
Okay, talent scouts.
For the next generation of Indian business giants, they're all about finding those high-growth, early-stage companies,
Got it.
the ones that are going to shake things up. They're currently managing something called the India Discovery Fund 2.
India Discovery Fund 2?
Yeah, it's a 500 crore fund,
500 crore.
which is over 60 million US dollars.
Wow.
And they actually have an option to increase that to 600 crore.
So they could go even bigger.
Right. They're aiming for a 25% gross IRR.
25%. Okay, that's ambitious. What kind of companies are they looking for? Are they focusing on any particular industries or
Well, that's what's so interesting about them. They're what's called sector agnostic.
sector agnostic?
Yeah, so they're not limiting themselves to, one industry.
So they're open to anything, basically.
They're looking for potential across the board, but they definitely have a sweet spot.
Okay, what's their sweet spot?
They really love asset-light businesses.
Asset-light businesses.
Right. That means companies that aren't reliant on physical assets. Think more like, software services.
Okay, so things that can, I guess, scale quickly
Exactly.
and have high profit margins.
High profit margins, yep. That's music to any investor's ears.
It makes sense. But they seem to be aiming for a broader impact than just, financial returns. I notice in their material they talk about creating inclusive employment,
Oh, yeah.
generating wealth, but also for investors. So it's not just about, making money for themselves.
They're very conscious of the role they play,
Mm.
in the larger ecosystem.
Right.
They understand investing in these businesses. It's about more than just profits.
Right. More than profit.
It's about supporting innovation,
Yeah.
creating jobs, contributing to India's, economic growth.
Sure.
And the team behind them is impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking people with experience from, big institutions
Oh.
like State Bank of India, Intel, Dan Laxmi Bank.
These are serious players.
Serious players, yeah. Not your average investors.
Okay, so it sounds like they have the, I guess, the experience
Yeah.
and the vision to really make a difference.
Jeff.
Before we get into the specific companies, can you give us a bigger picture of the Indian startup scene as a whole? I'm hearing so much about India being like this hotbed for startups, but I'm curious, what does that actually look like?
Okay, imagine this. India right now has something like 90,000 startups.
90,000.
That's more than double the number just a few years ago.
Oh, wow.
And they've got over 110 unicorns.
Unicorns. Remind me what a unicorn is again.
Oh, right. A unicorn is a privately held startup company
Got it.
valued at over $1 billion.
Over $1 billion.
In 2022 alone, Indian startups raised $24 billion
24 billion.
across over 1,000 deals. And just to give you an idea, 6 years ago, the total amount raised was a tiny, tiny fraction of that.
So how much are we talking percentage-wise? What's the increase?
We're talking a 15,400% increase.
That's insane. 15,400%. What's fueling all this? What's making India so attractive to startups?
There are a lot of factors. First, you have this young, digitally savvy population that's incredibly entrepreneurial. They're not afraid to take risks, experiment with new ideas.
Okay, so a young sort of risk-taking population.
Right. And then second, you have the government. They've been really promoting entrepreneurship, making it easier to start and run businesses.
Oh, interesting. So government support.
Yeah, a lot of support.
Mm.
And then third, you have this growing pool of investors, domestic and international, who are eager to put money into promising Indian startups.
Okay, so it's this combination of a young workforce, government support, and then access to capital. That's, a pretty potent recipe for success.
It is.
What about the role of technology? That seems to be a huge factor here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, India is a global leader in technology engineering talent. And, that's playing a huge role in this innovation across all these different sectors.
Okay, so where's all this happen? I mean, are there certain cities or regions that are kind of like leading this charge?
You're right. It's not evenly distributed. India has these key clusters of startup activity, each with, its own strengths.
Right.
You have Bengaluru, often called the Silicon Valley of India.
Silicon Valley of India. Okay.
Correct. A major hub for software
That
development,
makes sense.
IT services,
Mhm.
deep tech. Then you have Delhi NCR.
Delhi NCR.
Yeah, that's a powerhouse for e-commerce. FinTech, consumer internet companies, and then Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Yeah, Mumbai is emerging as a center for finance, media, entertainment startups. It's interesting. 35North Ventures actually has offices in multiple cities across India.
Ah, I see. So they're really trying to be at the heart of it
On
all.
the heart of it all, yeah.
Okay, so we've got this vibrant startup scene. What about specific sectors? Are there certain industries in India that are especially uh, ripe for disruption, I guess, or investment? What's 35 North Ventures focusing on?
That's a great question. It's where things get really interesting, actually. What's fascinating about the Indian startup scene right now is how technology is disrupting these traditional industries.
Okay, so give me an example. Like, what kind of industries are we talking about?
All right. How about agri-tech?
Agriculture. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Right. Might surprise you. India is the world's second largest agricultural producer.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But, the industry faces some challenges, inefficiencies, supply chain issues,
Right.
a lack of access to, modern technology for a lot of farmers. That's where agri-tech comes in. You've got startups developing these innovative solutions,
Like, what kind of solutions?
things to improve crop yields, optimize resource use, connecting farmers directly with buyers, cutting out the middleman.
Oh, interesting. So, yeah, huge market, lots of room for
A
improvement.
lot of room.
Six?
Okay.
Okay.
How about another sector? Sports analytics.
Sports analytics. So, like, Moneyball, but for cricket.
Exactly. The sports industry in India is, booming,
Yeah.
especially cricket. But it's not just about the games. It's about the data,
Mm.
the massive amount of data that's being generated.
Yeah.
Startups are using this data to provide insights to teams, leagues, individual athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from performance analysis to injury prevention to fan engagement.
Wow. So, from farms to fields,
Yeah.
technology is changing the game.
Changing the game, yeah. Okay, what about defense?
Defense. Interesting.
India is the world's largest arms importer, but the government is really pushing to increase domestic production.
Oh, I see.
So you have this huge opportunity for startups in the defense sector.
So, what are they developing? Like, what kind of technologies are they focusing on?
Oh, cutting edge things like unmanned aerial vehicles,
Yeah.
UAVs,
Drones.
yeah, advanced radar systems,
Yeah.
even cybersecurity solutions.
Wow. Okay, so a lot of variety.
A lot of variety. All right, and then you had the rise of e-commerce.
E-commerce, yeah, that's been huge everywhere.
Huge in India.
Yeah.
And it's driving this massive demand for solutions in online retail and e-logistics.
Okay, like what kind of solutions?
Oh, everything. Last mile delivery, warehouse management, inventory optimization.
Yeah, you need that whole infrastructure.
It's essential in a market as, vast and complex as India.
Okay. What about fintech? I keep hearing that's like the next big thing in India.
Absolutely. The Indian fintech market is projected to reach $150 billion by 2025,
150 billion.
with opportunities across wealth tech, payments, lending, insurtech.
So it's like every aspect of finance is being reimagined through technology.
Exactly. And they're not ignoring ed tech either.
EdTech.
Short for educational technology, the Indian ed tech market is projected to be a $30 billion industry,
Wow.
fueled by a growing demand for these online learning solutions,
Right.
making quality education more accessible. And then there's the global shift towards sustainable investing, ESG.
Well, ESG, yeah. Environmental, social, and governance investing.
Right. India is committed to these ambitious sustainability goals.
Okay.
And that's creating a growing market for these companies that are focused on, environmental responsibility, social impact, good corporate governance.
So 35 North Ventures is really covering a lot of ground.
A lot of ground. But now I think it's time to dive into the specifics.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of those individual companies that are, I guess, open for investment.
The ones with the really intriguing stories.
Exactly.
I think you're going to like these. Let's kick things off with Cloud Tailor.
Cloud Tailor.
Yeah, they've got the attention of some pretty big Bollywood celebrities.
Ooh, celebrities. All right, I'm listening.
So they've developed this AI-powered platform that delivers bespoke women's apparel.
Bespoke, so like custom made.
Exactly, made to measure. And we're talking, both everyday wear and then outfits for those special occasions.
So it's like having I don't know, a virtual tailor.
A virtual tailor, yeah, at your
Your
fingertips.
fingertips.
And get this, they're already boasting some pretty impressive margins.
Like what kind of margins are we talking?
Over 65%.
65%. That's pretty good.
With an asset-light model?
Right, because they don't have to have all that
All that overhead, right?
really the manufacturing and
Yeah.
storefronts and all that.
They've also built a loyal customer base.
Oh, how loyal are we talking?
80% repeat rate
Wow, 80%.
across 7 countries.
Okay, those are some serious numbers. How have they managed to, I guess, stand out in such a competitive market like fashion?
Well, they've been really smart about, striking that balance between technology and those strategic partnerships.
Okay, so what do you mean?
Well, on the tech side, they're using AI to personalize that design process
Right.
and the fitting,
Okay.
which makes it super convenient for customers.
Yeah, yeah.
But they've also partnered with, some really big names in the Indian fashion industry,
Yeah.
like Reliance Avantra, Tanera, Manyavar.
Okay, so they're getting their name out there through
These established players.
Right.
It gives them instant credibility
Sure.
and access to a wider market.
Makes sense.
They even have a store-in-store model.
Store in store.
Yep, operating in 447 Pantaloons outlets.
So they're really leveraging those existing retail networks.
Exactly, to reach those customers without having to, build their own stores.
Right, because that's expensive.
Very expensive.
Okay, so smart strategy. What else?
Oh, and to boost their visibility even further, they've secured investments from the family offices of some major celebrities.
Okay, like who are we talking about?
Karan Johar,
Wait, the Karan Johar?
the one and only.
The director, the producer?
Yep, Manish Malhotra, Akshay Kumar.
Wow, that's huge. No wonder they're, I guess, poised for this rapid growth.
And it gets even better.
It gets better.
They're going to be featured in an upcoming Netflix series
Oh, wow, really?
directed by, you guessed it,
Karan Johar.
Karan Johar.
Okay, this company's got some serious star power behind it.
Serious time power.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the investment opportunity here? What are they looking for, and when do they expect to see a return?
So 35North Ventures is seeking investment at a valuation of INR 120 crores. 120 crores, which is about...
About 14.5 million US dollars.
Okay.
They're anticipating an exit via an SME IPO.
SME IPO.
Yeah, within the next 18 to 24 months.
An SME IPO. Now, for our listener who maybe isn't familiar with that term, what does that mean?
Right, so an SME IPO means they'll be listed on a smaller stock exchange,
Okay.
specifically for small and medium-sized enterprises.
Gotcha.
It's a common route for startups in India to go public,
Right.
and it offers investors a chance to, get in early
Before they hit the...
before they hit the big leagues.
Right, right. Okay. So Cloud Tailor, definitely a company to watch. What else is exciting in their portfolio?
Okay, let's switch gears to a company called Beshak.
This shack.
They're tackling a very different sector, InsurTech.
Insurtech, so insurance and technology.
You got it.
Uh,
They're a disruptive insurance advisory platform.
okay.
They're using technology to provide unbiased, customized assistance.
So they're helping people make smarter insurance decisions?
Yeah.
It's like, insurance can be so confusing
Incredibly confusing.
with all the jargon and all
Yeah.
the different options.
Right, and most people, they don't really understand what they're buying.
Or if they're getting a good deal.
Exactly.
So BShack is kind of like a digital insurance advisor.
Precisely.
Okay, and are they making any headway? I mean, is this something that's is there a market for this?
Huge market need.
Really?
Huge. And they're projecting a 700% revenue growth by 2025.
700%? What?
Yeah.
How are they doing that?
Well, they have a few key advantages.
Okay.
First, their AI-driven platform allows them to offer that personalized advice, but at scale.
Right. So they don't need a giant sales force.
Right. They could reach a huge number of customers.
Okay.
Second, they've adopted what's called a content-first strategy,
Content first strategy.
meaning they're creating a ton of educational content about insurance.
Oh, interesting.
So this, builds trust with those customers and positions them as experts.
Right. So people are coming to them for information.
Exactly. And then third, their commission-based model makes their operations very scalable.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
So they only make money when customers actually buy insurance through their platform.
Oh, I see.
So their costs are directly tied to their revenue.
That's smart. Yeah.
It's a smart approach. They're addressing a real pain point,
Right. People's confusion about insurance.
right, while building this sustainable business model.
That can grow quickly.
Exactly. And the numbers back it up. 95% customer satisfaction rate.
Wow.
And they're scaling at a rate of 20% month on month.
20% month on month.
Yeah.
So for our listener who's thinking about, investing in India, what's the opportunity here?
So 35North Ventures is seeking investment in Bayshak at a valuation of INR 30 crores.
30 crores. Okay, and that's about
About 3.6 million US dollars.
okay.
And they're anticipating an exit within 36 to 48 months.
Okay, so a little bit longer time horizon than Cloud Taylor.
Right, right.
It's interesting to see how these different companies have, different growth paths.
Different trajectories.
Yeah, and exit strategies.
Absolutely. Each opportunity has its own unique profile.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so what else? What's another company that you think is, doing something interesting?
All right, how about something completely different? A company called Explurger.
Explurger. Okay. What do they do?
So Explurger is it's a travel-centric social media app.
Travel and social media. Okay.
And it was actually incubated by Google.
Google. Wow. Okay. That's
Yeah.
a pretty, I guess, big endorsement.
Serious stamp of approval.
All right. Right. So what does it do?
It's designed to enrich trip experiences, enhance social connectivity,
Okay.
and it adds a bit of gamification into the mix.
Gamification. Okay, so like earning points for checking into different places or like sharing travel experiences.
Prolific,
Okay.
right.
All right. So are they gaining any traction?
They've achieved some pretty impressive traction.
Like what have they done?
Over 12.5 million downloads
12.5 million downloads.
across 80 countries.
Wow. Any countries.
And Google even recognized them as one of the top 2 innovative social media apps in India.
Top 2 from Google.
From Google.
Okay, all right. So what makes them stand out? There's so many social media apps out there.
Right.
What makes them unique?
They've really integrated travelogues, gamification, and those rewards
Okay.
seamlessly into the app experience.
So it's not just a separate thing.
Right, it's all integrated.
It's all part of it.
And this has led to some really impressive user engagement.
Like what?
They're even surpassing Snapchat in some metrics.
Wow. Okay, they're onto something.
They are.
So what are their plans for the future? I mean, how are they gonna, grow, become profitable?
So they're aiming to achieve break even within the next 12 months,
Okay.
which is a pretty aggressive goal.
It is.
But they're expecting significant revenue growth
Huh.
with the upcoming launch of their self-serve ad platform
Oh, so businesses can target travelers.
directly through the app. Yep.
Okay, smart. So they have a plan.
They have a plan. They also plan to integrate global brands into their ecosystem.
So they're really trying to build this whole world around travel.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So what's the investment opportunity look like?
So 35North Ventures is seeking investment at a valuation of INR 338 crores,
338 crores.
which is about 41 million US dollars.
Okay, and when do they expect to see a return?
They anticipate an exit within 24 to 36 months.
Okay, so a potential for strong returns in just a few years.
Potentially, yeah.
It's fascinating to see how all these companies are leveraging technology in such different ways.
Right. They're all unique.
They are. All right, what's next?
Okay, let's move on to a company that's transforming education in India. Speed Labs.
Speed Labs, okay.
They're in the ed tech space.
EdTech, yeah.
Okay, but what's interesting is that they're a profitable Indian hybrid ed tech firm.
Hybrid. What do you mean by hybrid?
So they combine online learning with offline support,
Okay.
which is a really interesting model. They focus on competitive exam preparation
Okay.
and quality education for students in grades 6 through 12.
So they're helping students prepare for these like really important exams
The crucial exams.
that can like determine their future.
Exactly.
And making quality education more accessible, especially for, those who might not have access to the best schools.
The best tutors, yeah.
Okay.
And they're doing this through a unique hybrid model.
Right, so they're not just online.
Not just online. No.
They have this online and offline
Right,
component.
right. So they have a school integrated program
A school integrated program.
where they work directly with schools
Okay.
to supplement their existing curriculum.
Okay.
And then they have this two-teacher model.
2 teachers.
So students get online instruction, and then they also get in-person support from a local tutor,
Oh.
which is especially important for students in what we call Tier 2-5 towns.
Tier 2-5 towns, remind me what that means again.
Right. So in India, cities and towns are categorized into tiers.
Okay.
based on their population and economic development.
Right.
So tier one cities, those are like the major metropolitan areas.
Mumbai, Delhi.
Mumbai, Delhi, yep. Tier 2, 5 towns are smaller cities and towns,
Okay, more rural areas.
often in those more rural areas.
So those areas may not have access to, the same quality of education.
Exactly, and that's where Speed Labs is, making a real difference.
That's great.
So bridging that gap.
Yeah, providing opportunities.
Okay, now their growth story is pretty impressive.
All right, what have they done?
As of December 2024, they'd already achieved double the performance of the entire previous fiscal year.
Double, wow.
They're on track to deliver 4x growth in FY25.
4x growth. Okay.
And they're looking at what's called inorganic growth to further boost their top and bottom lines.
Inorganic growth. Okay, so what does that mean?
So inorganic growth basically means expanding through mergers and acquisitions.
Oh.
So instead of just growing organically by acquiring more customers, they're looking to acquire other companies.
Right.
To expand their reach, their offerings, their technology. In Speed Lab's case, they're actively expanding their STEM offerings.
STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and math.
Exactly.
Okay.
They're integrating AI, machine learning, robotics.
Wow, so they're really at the forefront of this this shift in education.
Oh yeah, shaping the future of learning.
Okay.
So they're projected to hit INR 65 plus crore in revenue,
65 plus crores.
about 8 million US dollars
Okay.
by FY26, and over INR 120 crores,
120 crores.
roughly 14.5 million US dollars
Okay.
by FY27.
Wow, so that's a pretty ambitious projection.
It is, but given their track record,
Yeah, it doesn't sound impossible.
it's achievable.
So what's the investment opportunity here? What's 35 North Ventures looking for?
They're seeking investment at a valuation of INR 180 crores,
180 crores.
about 21.7 million US dollars.
Okay.
And they're anticipating an SME IPO
Another IPO.
in March 2026.
Okay, so 35 North Ventures is they're good at finding these companies
They have a knack for it.
that have this strong growth potential.
Yep, and a clear path to an exit.
Right. Okay. All right. So we've talked about fashion, we've talked about insurance, we've talked about education. What other industries are they excited about?
Let's switch to healthcare.
Healthcare.
How about a company that's making it more accessible and affordable, not just in India, but globally?
Ooh, okay, now you've got my attention. A global healthcare company.
Global, yep. The company's called Global Care.
Global Care.
And get this, it's the world's largest medical tourism company.
The world's largest.
The world's largest.
Wow. Okay, so what do they do?
They provide end-to-end services for patients seeking medical treatment outside their home country.
Okay.
Everything from travel arrangements, medical visas,
Yep.
to finding the right hospital, coordinating post-treatment care.
So they're connecting patients with, top-notch treatment
First-class treatment, yeah.
at more affordable prices.
Exactly. So they're bridging that gap between, patients seeking high-quality care
Right.
and healthcare providers in other countries who can, offer those services at a lower cost.
Okay. And how big is this company?
They have a robust network of over 350 hospital partnerships
350 hospital partnerships.
spanning over 70 countries.
Wow. Okay, they're not messing around.
No, they're not.
All right, so how are they performing financially?
They're scaling at a 21% CAGR.
KGR, so compound annual growth rate.
Exactly.
Okay.
As of March 2024, they had a revenue of INR 140 crores,
140 crores.
about 17 million US dollars.
Okay.
And they serve over 2,000 international patients every month.
2,000 patients a month.
Every month.
They're clearly, they're really making a difference in people's lives.
They are.
And with healthcare costs rising, I can only imagine that, that demand for their services is just going to continue to increase.
It's a growing market for sure.
Yeah. What's their patient satisfaction like?
95% patient satisfaction rating.
Wow.
95%.
That just speaks volumes
Yeah, it really does.
about the quality of their services.
They're not just about, like you said, finding the cheapest option.
Right.
It's about finding the best care.
The best care.
Okay, so what are their growth plans? I mean, how do they
Yeah.
plan to, build on this success?
So they're on track to double their revenue to INR 300 crores,
300 crore.
about 36 million US dollars
Okay.
within the next 2 years.
2 years. That's fast.
It is. They're currently raising a round of funding to, expand their geographical reach,
Right.
add even more hospitals to their network.
Okay, so they're in a good position for growth.
They are.
What's the investment opportunity look like?
35North Ventures is seeking investment at a valuation of INR 125 crores.
125 crore, about 15 million US dollars,
Okay.
and they anticipate a main board IPO.
Main board IPO, so not an SME IPO.
This is the big leagues
Right, right.
by March 2026.
Wow. Okay, so they're playing with the big players now.
They are. Okay, how about something a little more stylish?
Ooh, stylish. Okay, I like that.
But been called All Earth.
Colette, okay.
It's a sustainable, premium casual jewelry brand.
Sustainable jewelry.
Creates absolutely stunning pieces
Okay.
in collaboration with leading Indian designers.
So ethical practices and high-end fashion.
The perfect combination.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Tell me more.
Their jewelry is crafted from, recycled materials,
Okay.
silver, and 22 karat gold plated
Wow.
through ethical production processes.
They're really conscious of their impact.
Very conscious.
Okay.
And they've partnered with some really renowned Indian designers.
Like what's
J.J. Valaya, Siobhan and Naresh, Five Amrapali.
okay, yeah, those are some big names.
Big names.
All right, so their designs must be incredible.
They are. And their financial results are pretty impressive, too.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Over 65% gross margin
Okay.
and an average order value of INR 12,000,
12,000.
which is about 145 US dollars.
So people are spending a good amount of money when they buy from them.
They are. Okay, and the backstory is pretty interesting, too.
All right, who are the people behind this company?
So All Earth was founded by a former Swarovski executive
Swarovski. Okay.
with 9 years of experience in the jewelry industry
Okay.
across India, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia.
So they've got the experience.
They do. And they've also secured backing from marquee investors like Tarun Tahiliani,
Okay, another big name.
big name in Indian fashion,
Mhm.
and Swarovski's ex-CEO.
Wow. Okay, they have the industry expertise and they've got the financial clout.
Powerful combination.
Yeah, it is. All right, so what's the investment opportunity here?
So 35North Ventures is seeking investment at a valuation of INR 45 crores,
45 crores.
about 5.4 million US dollars,
Oh, okay.
anticipating an exit within 36 to 48 months.
So a potential for solid returns in the, I guess, medium term?
Yeah, medium term.
Okay, it's amazing to see all these different companies combining, technology, sustainability, brand appeal.
Right, creating those unique value propositions.
Yeah, yeah, and in such diverse industries.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. All right, what else? What other companies are we looking at?
Let's look at another innovative apparel company
Okay, apparel?
called Terms.
Terms, okay, and what makes them stand out? It seems like a really, crowded market.
It is. But Terms is all about what they call intelligent apparel.
Intelligent apparel.
Think Uniqlo of Japan,
Uniqlo, yeah.
but with a deep tech twist.
Deep tech twist. Okay, I'm intrigued. What kind of technology are we talking about?
So they use patented technology to create sustainable everyday wear with innovative materials.
Okay, so what does that mean? Like what are the materials?
We're talking anti-stain, moisture management, anti-odor.
So clothes that are, I don't know, like high performing.
High performing, yeah.
Functional.
Okay, fashionable and functional.
Exactly.
Okay, so what kind of technology are they using?
Well, they're at the forefront of apparel innovation,
Okay.
incorporating things like nanotechnology,
Nanotechnology. Wow.
aloe vera infused fabrics.
Aloe vera in fabric.
In fabric.
Okay, why aloe vera?
Well, aloe vera is known for its, soothing and moisturizing properties.
Right.
So it's actually a great addition to fabrics that touch your skin.
Okay.
They can keep your skin, feeling soft, hydrated.
Okay.
It's naturally antimicrobial, which can help to reduce odor.
Oh, interesting.
Close.
What kind of products do they make?
They have a pretty unique product line.
Okay, like what?
Anti-odor t-shirts, 8-way stretch, 30-day no-wash jeans.
Wait, 30-day no-wash jeans.
Yeah, I heard that right.
Jeans you don't have to wash for a month. Yep. Cool tech wear, helps to regulate your body temperature. 7-day no-smell socks.
Wow. Okay, so they're really catering to like a wide range of needs.
A wide range, yeah.
Athletes, busy professionals, just anybody who wants to simplify their wardrobe.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. And what's their I guess how are they doing?
They've achieved 2.5x sales growth
2.5x sales growth.
compared to the previous fiscal year.
Okay, so people are buying it.
They're buying it.
Right, right. What about their brand presence? How are they getting the word out about these intelligent clothes?
So Terms has built a huge fan base of loyal customers through, a combination of savvy marketing and word of mouth.
Word of mouth, that's always the best.
The best, yep. They've also secured endorsements from icons like the cricketer Mahindra Singh Dhoni.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Wow,
That's his name.
huge. So yeah, no wonder they're experiencing explosive growth.
Explosive growth. 35 North Ventures sees Terms as a company with a lot of potential to really leverage those cutting edge, eco-friendly apparel innovations.
Right. Right. Okay, so what's the investment opportunity look like?
35 North Ventures is seeking investment at a valuation of INR 40 crores,
40 crores.
about 4.8 million US dollars.
Okay.
They anticipate an exit within 36 to 48 months.
Okay, another promising opportunity.
Promising.
Yeah. It's amazing how these companies are, combining technology and sustainability and brand appeal
Really impressive.
to create these compelling propositions.
Absolutely. It's a testament to, the ingenuity, the entrepreneurial spirit that's
Yeah.
driving the Indian startup ecosystem.
Right, right.
And this is just a, small sampling.
Yeah, we've just scratched the surface.
Scratch the surface. There's so much more.
There's so much more out there. Okay, but before we move on, I want to make sure our listener, really gets a sense of the scale and the diversity of this market.
You're right. It's important to zoom out and take it all in.
Yeah, yeah.
What we've discussed so far is really just the tip of the iceberg.
The tip of the iceberg.
The Indian startup ecosystem is so dynamic, and it offers this vast array of investment opportunities
Across so many different industries.
across all these different sectors. We've seen everything from, companies using AI to personalize fashion
Mhm.
to those revolutionizing healthcare with medical tourism.
Right.
And it's not just about, the big cities.
Right, it's not just Bangalore and Mumbai.
Innovation is happening all over India
Yeah, yeah.
in smaller towns and villages,
Hmm.
driven by this new generation of entrepreneurs who are tackling these local problems with global solutions.
That's really inspiring.
It's
And it seems like technology it's playing such a transformative role.
in almost every sector. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Technology is that driving force behind so much of the innovation we're seeing,
Right.
whether it's AI, machine learning, data analytics, mobile technologies,
It's touching everything.
touching everything.
Yeah, it's really incredible. But for a listener who might be thinking about investing, I think it's important to acknowledge that, there are risks,
Of course.
as with any investment.
Absolutely. It's about understanding those risks.
Yeah, and doing your due diligence.
Right. You can't just get swept up in all the excitement.
It's about making those informed decisions.
Exactly.
Okay, so investing in these early stage companies, it's not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Right. It's about believing in that long-term growth
The long-term potential.
and supporting companies that are driving that growth. Now, we've talked about, a lot of different companies, different sectors, but I'm curious, what other areas do you think hold promise for investors? Like, what are some of the trends that you're watching closely?
That's a great question. One area that I think has immense potential is the intersection of healthcare and technology,
Okay, healthcare and technology.
particularly in the realm of, personalized medicine and telemedicine.
Okay, so how is that playing out in India?
Well, India has this vast and diverse population, right? And there's this growing demand for accessible, affordable, personalized healthcare solutions.
It makes sense.
So startups are using technology to develop innovative ways to deliver healthcare,
Like what kind of ways?
from remote diagnostics, virtual consultations, to AI-powered drug discovery and personalized treatment plans.
Wow. So it's really about using technology to make healthcare more efficient.
More efficient, more accessible.
How personalized.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the possibilities, it seems like, are pretty much limitless.
I think they are, yeah. And as the Indian economy continues to, to grow and evolve,
Right.
we can expect to see, even more groundbreaking companies emerge,
Yeah.
creating new opportunities for investors,
And transforming those industries.
transforming industries. Yeah,
Okay. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
we have.
It's been an absolutely fascinating journey through this Indian startup ecosystem.
It really has.
So for our listener, we hope you've learned something today
I hope so.
about, the opportunities, the challenges, but also just the incredible potential.
The incredible potential.
Yeah, of this market.
Absolutely.
Remember, the future is being written right now.
It is.
And India is, it's at the forefront of that change.
At the forefront.
So stay curious, stay informed.
Stay informed.
And who knows, maybe you'll be a part of the next big thing coming out of India.
Maybe you will.
We'll catch you on our next deep dive.